This is the mindful breathing with application to pain practice that is part of the mindfulness oriented recovery enhancement program. So begin by establishing a comfortable posture, sitting regally as if you're a king or a queen, with your spine straight and belly relaxed, allowing the eyes to close or lowering the gaze, whichever you prefer. Now begin to notice the sensation of the body resting in the chair. You've been sitting in the chair for a little while now, but now you can really begin to notice the sensation of the legs and the back making contact with the cushion of the chair. And we have this word contact, but what is it really? A sensation of warmth, or a heaviness, or tingling, or some other sensation? Just noticing whatever it is. And in a moment when you're ready, becoming aware of the state of the body in this moment. Is the body tired or full of energy? Are parts of the body tense or relaxed? Doesn't really matter. Just noticing the state of the body in this moment. And in a moment, noticing the state of the mind. Is it full of thoughts or mostly empty of thoughts? Thoughts moving quickly or slowly? Again, it really doesn't matter. Just noticing the state of the mind in this moment. And now when you're ready, beginning to pay attention to the breath. There's no need to breathe in any special way. Just noticing the natural sensations of the breath coming in and out of the body. Becoming aware of the sensation of the air moving into the nostrils. Noticing the temperature of that air, its warmth or coolness. You might even notice that you have tiny muscles in your nostrils that flex or flare as you breathe in. Just noticing the sensations of the breath in this moment, of the air moving in and out of the nostrils, breathing naturally and normally. That's right. And in a moment, soon you may begin to notice that the mind begins to wander to thoughts, feelings, images, or memories. And if the mind wanders, that's okay, because that is what minds do. They wander. Just noticing where the mind has wandered off to, acknowledge that thought or feeling, and then letting it go, and gently but firmly returning the focus of the attention back to the breath. And soon you may begin to notice that the mind wanders away again. And if the mind has wandered, that's okay. Just noticing where the mind has wandered off to, acknowledging that thought or feeling. You might even say to yourself in the space of your own mind, it's okay to have this thought or feeling right now. And then you can let it go. And gently but firmly returning the attention back to the breath. With each passing breath, becoming more focused, becoming more aware. As you continue with this practice, you might begin to notice uncomfortable sensations in the body. If that's the case, the invitation here is to bring a kind attention to them, allowing them to be there. We use the word discomfort, but what is it really? Just noticing the actual sensation. Is it a heat, a tightness, a sharpness? Are there thoughts or feelings associated with the sensations? Can you notice if the sensations have a center? Can you notice if they have edges? Perhaps the sensation is not solid. Perhaps there are spaces inside the sensation where the sensation is not. Investigating the area of discomfort with kindness and curiosity. And if the sensation becomes too intense, you can bring your attention to wherever the uncomfortable sensation is not. For example, you can focus on the feeling of the air moving into the tip of your nostrils as you breathe. You can always return your attention back to the breath as a way to recenter yourself, as a way to step back from sensation. And if it feels right to you, you can breathe right into the intense sensation in the body. Imagining you can send your breath right into that part of the body, breathing into that sensation to soften it, allowing the breath and the attention to sink into this part of the body like water seeping into soil. And then refocusing your attention back on the sensation, noticing how it might be changing, perhaps gradually getting weaker, perhaps becoming more intense, reaching a peak, then gradually getting weaker. Perhaps the quality of the sensation is changing, the heat becoming a warmth, the tightness becoming a heat, a sharpness becoming a tingling. Perhaps the location is changing, noticing if the sensation has a center, noticing if it has edges. Perhaps it's not solid. And then you can let that sensation go, gently returning the attention back to the breathing again and again. And continuing the focusing of the attention on the breathing. Each time you notice the mind has wandered and you become aware where the mind has wandered off to, and you acknowledge and accept that thought or feeling and return the focus of your attention back to the breath, you're strengthening your mindfulness. Each time you return your attention back to the breath, you're learning to step back, to step back, to step back from thoughts and feelings into the clear, open space of mind. And soon you may begin to notice that sensations, thoughts, feelings, images, and memories come and go all on their own, like clouds passing in a clear blue sky. Like clouds drifting, these thoughts come out of nowhere, change shape, and then fade into the distance, all on their own. So there's no need to hold on to those thoughts or push them away. You can just let them go. And a part of the mind is like those thoughts passing like clouds, but there's a deeper part of the mind that is more like the space in which the clouds pass, the observing awareness that is open, vast, spotless, and free. Just watching, just observing, peacefully. And now you can focus your attention on that part of the mind, or you can continue to focus your attention on your breathing. That's right. And now you can take a few long moments to focus on the best parts of this experience. Appreciating and savoring whatever positive thoughts and feelings have come up for you in this practice. Focusing on these experiences now, or you can continue to focus on the breath. As we come to the end of the practice, knowing that you can return to this state of mindfulness whenever you need to, simply by bringing your attention back to the breath. And very slowly and gently, when you're ready, you may feel a little more comfortable, a little more centered, a little more hopeful about the future. when you open your eyes and return your attention to the room. Thank you.